Good morning, YouTube. I want to talk a minute here about something serious. This thing is going on with Puerto Rico. All right. Now, we all know Puerto Rico is still without power. I think it's something like 75% of people there do not have electricity now, a month later after this storm. And now they're saying Puerto Rico has been plagued by scandals and corruption for a while. They're in some serious debt. Although we're not mad at the people at Puerto Rico. What we're saying is that it's a national disaster in Puerto Rico, and I think that we're not treating them fairly. We're not treating them like American citizens. So now the latest thing is these people have no lights. When my cell phone battery died, and I've seen other people. I'll do a little work in this coffee shop in Castro. People come in there all the time. They panic because they lost the bars on their damn cell phone. If my cell phone is down for an hour, I go in like I'm going to lose my mind. You know, when the cable goes out, oh my God, the cable's out. 15 minutes. You imagine trying to live a life with candles, nothing to read, nothing. I mean, nothing. You can't even see whatever light you use. I'm sure you're using it. You're not using it to read books. Put it that way. There's no electricity. There's no water. They're in a terrible state. And this dude, Donald Trump, well, okay, let me talk about the scandal. All right, $300 million has been sent over there to build a new power grid, right? They then gave it to some company who the Interior Secretary has got connections to. In other words, he just gave it to some friends of his. Before the storm, they had 2 people work there. Okay, I know. Don't hold my exacts against me. They're saying they had 2 people. So they got maybe 300 people over there working. Subcontracted over there. But if their power grid was in such bad shape before the storm hit, now the storm has totally wiped the thing out. And they're in an emergency situation. What kind of power grid do you think these people, this little lackluster company, is putting in there? They're just getting the lights on. They're not building a serious grid. They would need thousands of employees over there. So thankfully, this has been caught and has been investigated by this Interior Secretary. Maybe it's the next one to go. You know, everybody gets fired in the White House. Has given this important contract. You know what? Trump better get serious about Puerto Rico. We all are aware of this thinly veiled attempt of his to make America white again. That's what he wants. He don't mind us rest of us being here, as long as we're working for them. And I'm not a them and us kind of person. It's not my kind of prejudice. I'm just trying to voice where I think his mind is. He wants to run all Latin people out. And I guess as brown-skinned people are supposed to take those jobs, the jobs that nobody wanted in America. Those are the jobs he's promising us. It's got to be. He wants to give us. You think white people can go out and work at them jobs in fields picking fruit and stuff? It ain't gonna happen. So his plan: make America white again. Now, when the Puerto Rican people are over there with no lights, no water, no adequate shelter, a wind could blow the rest of it into the ocean. Where do you think they're gonna go, Trump? Where would you go? You're an American citizen. You're going to hit Florida, New York, the very thing you're fighting against, trying to get as many brown people as you can out of this country. You're about to bring in 3 million. Not against the people. They have every right to be here. They're American citizens just like I am. But I think it's kind of working in the opposite direction by mistreating Puerto Rico. You better get serious about Puerto Rico. Those people can sustain themselves. Because nobody's going to be sitting up without lights for 6 months. And I think that the power grid, the things they're setting up over there are going to be inadequate. Because they don't have, they barely have a company. And why would you have people, this should be the best people in the world should be over there working. They should have contracts bringing in the best, whatever you call them, whatever kind of engineers they are to put together a power grid. That should be state of the art now that we know what could happen. You think it's going to happen? No, they're going to put in emergency power, something that works, get the lights on for a few months. You're asking for the people of Puerto Rico to abandon their country because it's unsustainable. Where they're going to come right into your home, Donald Trump, right into your backyard, New York City. I'm sure people want to stay in their own land, their own home. It's so beautiful. Puerto Rico is gorgeous. It's beautiful. But it has to be able to function. And we have to help them because they're American. They're American citizens. Just like if California went off the grid. Would we walk around in the dark? No, we would move to another state. Eventually. That's what's going to happen. That's my prediction. I'm sure that the populations have already swollen in these places where he's trying to get everybody out. So he's going to run the Mexicans out and get the Puerto Ricans in. The American Puerto Ricans in. This dude's a clown. Trump. All right. So I guess the next thing is going to be they're going to be announcing that they are filing charges on someone in that White House who is currently or was in that White House. We don't know who it was. My guess would be Manafort is going to go first. Although Flint, was his name Flynn or Flint? Flynn. He was ready to talk before they even before they even lost his job. First thing he said was, "I'm ready to make a deal." So they may figure he's already secured. He's going to talk. Singing like a canary. They need Manafort. That's the one they searched his house and all that in the middle of the night. They wouldn't come in the middle of the night if they feel like they wouldn't get anything. They had to figure it's beneficial to them. So that's my guess. We'll see. Pray for Puerto Rico.